rather than necessarily he being the one-note carry player that he appeared to be in that season. They're definitely leaving open their opinion that's going to be a mid lane Scion with these top lane bans.
Yeah, Vladimir yet again, twice in a row, fanning that one away. And then Shen will be the final.
Interesting. So I think either Corki or the Gnar are the kind of picks I'm looking for here. The Gnar was the one I mentioned because lanes fine into Scion and gives Kuro the counter pick. The Corki, if you want to just pick a safe mid laner, that can always be fine, and they will give Kuro the final pick. So now action onto ROX, looking for jungle and a solo lane. Will we see a Volibear and the full mid-game comp? That'd be pretty hype.
Good, haven't seen it yet. It's been very popular over in North America.
Seems like it will be a top lane Scion. Do we see the Taliyah just being hovered? And no, they're going to keep their options open. It's going to be a big knockup party for sure, though, with the first 4 champions, all of them being able to launch people airborne. ROX want to finally decide on where this Scion is going. They seem like they're just judging it themselves as to what they want to do. After a lot of consideration, they seem to once again be cementing themselves on a top lane Scion. And they finally do confirm it. Not a lot of siege on this comp, so it seems like Taliyah largely for the power of the pick. Very hard to make siege work with a Kalista now that she has such short range. It feels like one of the comps that needs to always fight. ROX Tigers played a comp like this with Galio in the first series last time out and lost to MVP, so gonna have to be very narrow in execution. What does Kuro want to play in the mid lane? Does he play Kassadin again?
Yeah, I think
Why not?
He might. Already ran it in and had a pretty good result, but okay.
Now that's another pick that's very strong against Taliyah. Kuro runs back one of his old favorites. He seems to want to get spicy, doesn't want to scale up on the Kassadin. He wants to get in the face of lava and overtake some of these other peoples, because with a big enough performance, maybe the MVP leader at the end of the night will be Kuro.
He's certainly going to be making a case for it here with the LeBlanc lock-in. Quite some time, LeBlanc very much fallen away from priority. With this matchup, Kuro, he's feeling it. He can run the Kassadin. Expect that he can probably run just about everything else in his wheelhouse to success here against this Taliyah.
It's a risky time to pick the LeBlanc in this particular case. LeBlanc will still be going for the traditional build. There's been no rework on patch 8.4, so Gunblade is expected. We'll find it very hard to puncture through a Scion in team fights and in a side lane. And usually you go Gunblade, teleport, and side lane away on the LeBlanc. A trade farm perhaps, but not 100% sure there is the same reliability of the LeBlanc as in other games in this new Scion meta. But it still does mean a very hell of a laning phase to be navigated for Lava.
Already rough times there. Again, uncharacteristic performance from him. With that, Taliyah has been nothing but clean up until that last game for the most part. So we'll see if he can get back on the horse, or if Kuro is going to go ahead and dismount him yet again. Now with the LeBlanc already. Here's 4 members as the hook comes down. They get the connection onto Tucson. He'll pop up 2. As he tries to get out of there, Ignite ticking away. Heal comes down. He'll barely stay alive with 1 HP just about left. One more hit would have finished him off. And ROX, they're chasing in. Ren being used. Aiming gonna die. Red volley comes through. He will fall. Kuro gets the chain down. Hook connects in. Mowgli falls. And oh boy, this is one hell of a way to start off the game. ROX Tigers have 2 kills.
The Fiesta at level 1. Very weird to see the full-on.
And aiming go ahead and they kite back, and now we'll be pushing into the turret to clear out the wave. Tucson goes in, gets the pop-up onto 1. They'll get the root on a Songyu, and Ignite comes down. They're trying to finish him off, and they will. Tucson finds the killing blow. Still going to be out of combat, so not going to be the most desirable pickup for these guys. This Kuro's just going to be nearly clearing out the wave. Actually sidesteps the seismic shove, goes back in, maybe looking for a play here onto Lava. Lockdown comes through, nice cleanse from Lava. Does take himself back out, but Mowgli just needs 1 more hit, and the red buff will help burn him down. Now he's stuck in the Cataclysm, but Songwon goes forward, looks for it. Kuro dashes back in, and maybe Songwon's going to get punished for this one. Couple more hits there with a Sigil flash in. Shield comes down from the W, but Kuro gets it in the end. And that's going to be double buffs onto a LeBlanc.
Kuro's hungry for the double buffs and the double MVP. He's really popping off in this game. Outplay among outplay is Lava. Played with his food for too long. Songwon was just too far away by the time he came involved. His ultimate in vain. And speaking of
goes
ultimates,
in, gets a pop-up TP coming in from the side. Key throws out the box, throws out the hook, but it doesn't matter. Tucson will take that last turret shot, but without the Ren going through, he will be fine. And just like that, Afrika, they're in the driver's seat of this game. They are dictating the pace, and they're looking to take first break and bot.
But plays like the level we're seeing makes it feel like they're playing with their food a little bit after giving away 2 kills in the early game. A bit of making the game harder to really get any feelings, get the pulse racing. This was a sick play from Kuro. Most people do not go back in. He snaps back at the right point. A red buff would have killed the mid laner there, so I'm not sure why Songwon used his ult. Outplays the flash, and the EQ doesn't go through because of the ordering.
The Dragon Strike also, I believe, just missed.
It did. And that's why
right out of range.
Kuro walks up. Remember, it's Q-Max, so more damage going to be coming through from the LeBlanc. She profits with double buffs, and the mid laner now is going to be, certainly going to be unhappy. He's dead again.
He's just going to go ahead and face check, much like Kuro did at the start of the game. I think a little bit of damage there onto Mowgli, but otherwise he...
Afrika Freaks changed to being carry, and he shows that he was playing a role. Speaking of roles...
Well, it's going to be a face call coming through. They toss him in. Weaver's Wall comes in. It's going to be shorted, so can't cut them off, but they have the lockdown, and they will be able to kill aiming. Cataclysm comes through. Tucson looking to go back in with the quickness, but he's just going to get popped by Songyun there with the Ren.
This time, if it turns into a true 5v5, we've already said a couple of times we like what Afrika can do.
Weaver's Wall coming in. Mowgli stuck on the other side. Box comes in. Bates Call going to try to drag him out. He won't get out of there safely, but they all have already lost Lava. Now looking for more. Key gets rooted. Massive Feather Recall coming through there from aiming. Helps take him down as Keen finds the kill. Pushes Sion into the wall. Linderong is not tanking it up yet. Just a matter of time while he goes down. Songwon trying to flag and drag his way out of here. Running up the lane. And enemy territory will be taken down by this turret.
Goodbye, Kuro World!
As Kuro, see, true Sion counter, gets the kill.
And Songwon did his best to do an Untara, but unfortunately, he'd taken damage from Na. Too recently, he dies as well. This is what we call a better team outclassing another team here because Afrika Freaks walk up.
Super aggressive with Lava as well.
This is when ROX are at their strongest. This is when they should be fighting. They just get outfought by all the mobility. Kuro able to get Lava down first in the fight. Meant there was no value from Talia. Double ult there. The scoop onto Songwon solidifies his fate. He doesn't take any damage after here, but does end up dying to the turret and giving the kill credit to the Gnar.
Goes up with a Feather Storm, but now the Weaver's Wall's there. He'll flash over the side. Seismic Shove immediately catches him on the other side. He'll go down, but at the same time, Songyun has been finished off by Mowgli. ROX Tiger's going back in. Cataclysm locks down 2. Tucson dashes away out. And he is just going to lock him in. Another knock-up comes in, but the hook comes through, and Tucson will get punished in the end. A couple bits of shield coming down will delay his fate, but inevitable in the end. Key will pick up that kill.
We'll almost kill a minute, but remember through all of this, Keen couldn't join. And is just trying to take turrets in the bot side to answer, so an outnumbering. Very nice ultimate by Linderong, understanding that they could trap aiming, who used his flash through all of this and will be down that summoner in the next fight. Kuro didn't have enough consistent damage to get any kills at the start, but uses the Mimic.
He's wrapping around the back. He knows that Songwon is dangerously low. Dashes in, the play comes down. Doesn't have the ulti yet. Kuro dashes to the side, aiming. Wanna's Lonesome has to go up. Tucson goes in, gets a double knock up in the back line. Now TP coming through, but aiming has been popped as Lava finds the first kill. Songwon going low. Kuro goes in, gets the chain, but it's not enough to finish him off. And now he gets popped up, has to flash away, barely evades the hook. Afrika try to make the play, but they lose their ADC for it.
They just don't have the ability to rotate with Keen, whose teleport was down, so they couldn't fight 5v5. And like you say, aiming's been popped a couple of times at the start of a fight. This time it will finally lead to a turret to be picked up and matching the outer turrets going down. Till we continue our pace, almost kill a minute, 18 in 23. Gold lead is slight for the Afrika Freaks. They need to find a way to actually force a fight on more even terms. They're trying to assassinate Kuro.
They're looking for it. Seismic Shove will catch him as he tries to dash away into the hook. And Kuro will just go down. Songyun finds the kill.
They want Baron.
Have a very healthy Kalista, and it could just be a turn on to Baron.
They're definitely looking like they're going to be setting up for it. Right now, Sejuani is alive. They don't start it instantly, and teleport is up on the LeBlanc. They're starting it up.
This for days. And Keen just got exhausted, so he's not going to have the transformation for the Megadar. Weaver's Wall comes in. Mowgli and aiming both cut off. Those Ren stacks are starting to build up. Key is the one getting chunked down to about half HP, though, as he tanks this up here with the Thresh. Keen jumps in, looking for lava on the backside of the fight, but he takes a lantern into the pit to try to stay alive. Now they're moving forward. Baron going low. Ren could just come through at any time. They're trying to take time, but he actually steals it away. Mowgli, are you kidding me? Against the smite, against the red, manages to find it. Now Keen finds the kill, finds a double. They get another one for aiming as he finishes off Keen. And ROX Tigers, it was the
gone away. When is the rend used by Songyun? 2800, 2100, 1700, 1500. Watching the number here. He just never rends.
He just never used it. I couldn't tell if he was CC'd, but
yeah,
either way, he's just gonna sidestep that one very swiftly. Now he's looking for an entrance perhaps here on the fight. Quickly comes down, does not get the pop up there on the lava, but he dashes his way out to safety. His goal has to be used to keep Keys alive.
Keen is still pretty low on the Mega Gnar.
Gets the hook there onto Keen, but can't finish him off. He's got the Guardian Angel as well. So no real picks coming through. Nobody goes down. Very extended skirmish as each side tries to get some catches, but they can in the end.
So it's eventually going to proc a back off because the mid lane minions are going to push in. The super minions push.
Honestly, I think it was the best dodge of 2018 by Tucson, just casually walking down.
All a bit too easy when the Scion is your primary engage, so very easy to look silly there. Not ulting to a lane for once, so a lot more conspicuous and missing. Keen just stays around the super minions in mid lane to slow down the wave clear coming through from ROX. As Afrika try to break the base in a second spot. Keen building up the Mega Gnar for this.
Cannon minion here coming through. Tucson goes in deep, and they are just going to assassinate Songwon, the first one to fall, now focusing in onto the turret. They'll take this one with ease and look for their second inhibitor here of the game. Kuro looking for the chain, finds it on the Songyun, but gets played in and has to go ahead and fight his way out of there. Dangerously looking it out with his life. So flash for flash blown, but LeBlanc still going to be healthy and can poke right back into the base where
he's got this Bannon as well.
Are already weakened. Key's going to get locked down. The chain comes through, and it's just going to be another kill as Kuro auto attacks Sunthresh to death. This should just be the end of the game here. 33.5 minutes.
Songyun gets the rend on that one. Needed it on the Baron though.
Yeah, just finish that one off. That's going to be engaged. Tucson goes in, double pop up into the stun from Keen, knocks him straight into the wall, and all the members of ROX Tigers try to retreat, but they'll all get taken down systematically. A double kill to finish here for the side of aiming, and a 2-0, another one on the day, as the Afrika Freaks maintain their third place spot, try to get a bit closer to KT Rolster. And ROX Tigers now looking like they might be falling down the standings.
We entered into this match day thinking, okay, KT Rolster definitely set up for success on patch 8.4, and your first thought about Afrika would have been the same, but you need to confirm it with your own eyes, and Afrika passed the eye test with flying colors. Game 2 was a bit closer than they would have liked after an early game that was a fiesta for certain, but they do take the Baron after a mistake. Honestly, that's all you can call it, a mistake came through. On the side of the enemy, Kalista, Songyun understandably crushed on the side of ROX Tigers, and while one team's title aspirations go to another level, unfortunately for ROX, the 0-4 joins their peril next to SKT, now only one series ahead, and their game score falling away.
Well, at least a smile on the face of the coach as he enters the booth, realizing that it was a bit of a silly circumstance that led to them losing that game. Hopefully Songyun doesn't beat himself up too much. But the Afrika Freaks gotta be feeling pretty good as they further solidify their spot here near the top of the standings in LCK.
And suddenly, SKT versus ROX, it will take place